People told me, you must ski Zermatt once before you die. I thought they were being dramatic. Then I saw the insane lift system skied next to a glacier and had Swiss hot chocolate in an igloo. In this video, I'm walking you through every part of the resort like I'm texting a ski buddy who's about to book a flight to Switzerland. We'll cover directions, lifts, terrain, après, where to eat, and yes, I'll even show you where I broke my rib. Not to mention, I'll provide a review from 1 to 10 and add some bonus video of the Matterhorn views at the end. Let's get started. The best way to get to Zermatt is to fly in from London directly into Zurich. From there, it's a beautiful 2 to 3 hour train ride, and then you arrive at the ski resort. Another option that a lot of people will take is to fly into Geneva, and then it's a 3 or 4 hour train ride or even a bus ride from there. As you come up the valley, the first thing you'll see is Zermatt Village. To the right, you'll see the gorgeous and famous Matterhorn Peak. You come around the backside of that, you'll see Matterhorn Paradise with some awesome skiing, Plateau Rosa to get to the Italian side, Gornergrat with the famous hotel and train that runs there every 30 minutes, and the awesome skiing at Rothorn. The stats for Zermatt are unrivaled by nearly every resort in the world, with 21% beginner runs, 62% intermediate, and 17% advanced. The place is an engineering marvel when it comes to lift infrastructure. Zermatt has a total of 54 lifts, consisting of 25 chairlifts, 14 gondolas, 10 trams, and 5 surface lifts, servicing 130 miles of groomed runs. I haven't seen this much corduroy since the 70s. The peak elevation is 12,791 feet, and the base is at 5,314 feet, giving a whopping 7,477 foot vertical drop, fueled by an average annual snowfall of 393 inches. For the trail map review, I'm splitting Zermatt into 3 sections: Rothorn, Gornergrat, and Glacier Paradise. Most visitors start their day on the Matterhorn Express gondola and work their way towards Matterhorn Glacier Paradise. The gondola ride alone had me wondering what kind of insanity I was witnessing. By the time you reach Trockner Steg, you'll think you're in a ski dream. And once you make it to the top, you'll half expect to be ambushed by Bonville and fembots. I had to remind myself this place is real and admit the Swiss have perfected more than knives and watches. I stepped off Glacier Paradise and couldn't take my eyes off the mountain views. Coincidentally, this is why you're not getting a review of the attached Italian Cervina resort. I was too distracted.
Doctor!
I thought asking for a doctor was a nice touch. If you haven't broken your ribs, you've now arrived at an intermediate groomer skier's paradise. If views worthy of the most famous hotel chocolate bar, groomers that will make carvers cry, and cutting-edge lifts are your thing, you've found heaven. I also found my best off-piste run in this area, left of Trail 69 Matterhorn. It was probably my girlfriend's favorite run too. I'm too classy for the obvious joke here, but just barely. If you want to get close to the Matterhorn, this is as close as you can get without climbing it. The run out from this area gives the best views of the ski village and weaves you through more on-mountain après options than any resort in America. I'll discuss those in more detail later. The next snow globe-worthy area is Gornergrat. You can take the train to the top. It runs every 24 minutes. Or simply ski down Trail 39 past one of the most stunning combinations of mechanical know-how and natural beauty. This is the highest open-air railway in the world. Most of the skiing is just a notch above beginner, but even advanced skiers will want to visit for the glacial views and the world-famous Igloo Village. As with most of Zermatt and much of Europe, you'll love this area for the views and impeccably kept groomers. Eventually, work your way towards Trail 26 Runzie and choose your favorite chair to get to the next iconic part of Zermatt. For whatever reason, I kept finding myself at Rothorn, riding the modern Blauhard tram with views and functionality that blew my small town Idaho mind. Probably because I kept accidentally taking a right at the junction of runs 11 and 19, but I didn't mind. Coming down Trail 11, Rotvane, reminds me why so many people die skiing in the Alps. There's nothing between you and a 2,000-foot drop but a stick, netting, and some optimism. European resorts have a different relationship with liability. Make sure your edges are dialed. Trail 8 Aubert National quickly became one of my favorites, a great example of a Zermatt advanced run. If you're feeling up for it, the entire face also looks like a solid off-piste challenge. It's also worth noting you can get back to the Zermatt village from this area. There's a part of me that wants to go into more detail about this massive mountain, but honestly, every run is flawlessly groomed, and each turn will take your breath away with more views. That alone makes the cost of the trip worth it. Just jump off any lift, you won't be disappointed. Even the cat tracks here feel like they deserve a postcard. Zermatt has over 30 on-mountain huts and bars, and approximately 200 restaurants packed into town. I'm going to highlight a few I recommend. For those who crave straight shots, techno, and a DJ, you'll feel the gravitational pull to Hennu Stall. Don't resist the dark side. Even Darth Vader could have a good time here. Most runs in Europe are groomers anyhow. You can handle them with a hangover. Don't be a wussy. Knocking somebody up and having to move to Switzerland wouldn't be so bad. Further up the mountain is the hot spot I was most excited to visit, Igloo Village. There are snow sculptures, hot chocolate, and even a few snacks. It'll have you pulling out your camera and feeling like you just checked off a box on your Zermatt experience. You can snap a pic in front of an ogre or chill on a nice sofa. Don't miss this spot. Alfida Restaurant wins for the best view of the Matterhorn paired with a proper meal right on the slopes. This locale is famous for serious food made by real chefs, live music, and the ability to get your skis tuned at the pit stop before heading out for more laps. It's basically the ski bums version of a 5-star valet service. At the end of the day, I was looking for a cozy place with stick-to-your-ribs food in a traditional hut, and I found it at Restaurant Blatten. This place has you covered from soup to strudel. I'd recommend making this your final stop of the day. Pro tip: after 5, the only thing still on the menu is schnapps and mountain stories, so don't be too late. There are also behemoths like the Trockner Steg cafeteria that won't disappoint. It's nothing like the slop we get in the US. The offerings range from some of the best pastries and desserts to mountain staples like bratwurst, and the views unreal. In town, I'll mention just 2 places, one top-notch fondue spot and one hole-in-the-wall serving raclette, the local cheese in Zermatt. Don't overlook the Stadel. It's the exact kind of place I love. Comfortable wood decor, laid-back vibe, and the best raclette burger in town. We squeezed into a corner of the bar, luckily scoring a spot without a reservation, and couldn't have been happier. Most restaurants in Zermatt are fine dining. This one strikes the perfect balance of character and casual. Anytime you can say yes to both melted cheese and ground beef, you're living right. For the quintessential fondue experience, head to Ches Gabby. You'll need to make room on your table for prime cuts of meat and more dipping options than you can handle. And yes, they light your dessert on fire. That's how you know it's fancy. There's one hotel I can't recommend enough, Alpenblick. It felt like it was designed and obsessively cleaned by a Swiss grandmother with a passion for order. The rooms are modest, spotless, blissfully quiet, and the breakfast is exactly what you want before a full day on the mountain. Best of all, it's just a 5-minute downhill walk to the lifts or town for dinner. Rates hover around $300 a night, and honestly, this privately owned gym is a hookup at that price. It If you want a next level experience, stay at the Coombe Hotel Gornergracht, right on the hill and just a short train ride from town. Rooms run about $600 a night. That includes bragging rights and breakfast with views that will make your Instagram followers unfollow you out of jealousy. There are around 100 hotels in town and nearly 1,200 homes and apartments to rent, so you'll have plenty of options. The skiing has more groomed acreage than I can even comprehend, with a few pockets of off-piste. This is the ultimate in Alp-style skiing. Make sure your edges are sharp. You'll be flying and carving all day, all while being whisked around on the most impressive network of lifts, trams, and gondolas in the world. Skiing is a 9 out of 10. I'd love more off-piste. Maybe that's the Rocky Mountain skier in me talking. Between the historic huts and the bond-worthy cafeteria fortresses on mountain, you won't leave wanting. Then there's the town itself, possibly the most storied ski town in the world, with around 20 Michelin-rated restaurants. Every time I took a turn, there was another chalet more impressive than the last. Après ski is a 10 out of 10. The views are the best in the world. I literally broke my ribs because I couldn't take my eyes off the mountains. You'll be surrounded by glaciers and in awe of the Matterhorn from nearly every part of the resort. The views are a 10 out of 10. If it's good enough for Toblerone, it's good enough for me. When I win the lottery, become the king of coffee, or hit 100,000 subs, I'm moving to Zermatt for the winters. And I won't look back. If you love groomer skiing, views, and après, put this on your bucket list. Overall, the resort ties with my highest rated resort, Copper Mountain. Zermatt is a 9.7 out of 10 overall. I now finally understand why everyone says you have to visit. Oh, and if you're a coffee drinker, try my dark roast. Bluebird Bob on the label loves to ski, and this high altitude bean is something I'm proud to roast. It's bold and chocolate forward with nutty notes. A perfect cup before or after skiing. Use coupon code SUBSCRIBE for a big discount, plus free shipping. If you enjoyed this review, hit that subscribe button. I'm working on a full review of Chamonix next. And in the meantime, check out my favorites in the US. And as I promised, here's a minute or two of pure Alps beauty. Enjoy.